In this video, I'm going to introduce our first essay for this class, which is Essay 1, Expressive Essay on Storytelling. I'm going to be going over the major components of this essay in the video, but if you want to follow along or if you want to refer back later, you can find the details for the essay underneath the video. The stories that define the early years of our life help form our values, desires, dreams, as well as our prejudices. These stories can be anything from entertaining fairy tales, superstitions, family legends, or cautionary tales. Maybe you grew up with fairy tales, stories like Hansel and Gretel, Goldilocks and the Three Bears, and Cinderella. Maybe you grew up with the adventures of King Arthur, or maybe you were a fan of Greek mythology and liked to read stories about Zeus and Hercules. Maybe you were like me and grew up with scary stories, whether it's boogeymen under the bed, or haunted houses, or the dangers that lurk in the forests at night. There's also the family stories that many of us grew up with, the stories of our ancestors and the things that they did long before we were born. By looking at the stories that shaped us, it can help us develop an understanding of how important storytelling can be, and how it continues to have an effect on us. For this assignment, you will be focusing on a story that was important to you growing up. You may choose to focus on a family legend, a fairy tale, scary story, or any other narrative that was told to you as a child. Your paper should do the following things. The first requirement is to have an introduction. You're going to start your introduction with a quote from one of the readings, and you're going to end your introduction with a thesis statement. We're going to go over these more in depth later. Your essay is going to have 3 body paragraphs. In your first body paragraph, you're going to include a descriptive retelling of the story. Use as much detail as possible and make sure to provide any context needed to understand why the story is important to you. In your second body paragraph, explain why the story was important to you as a child. Make sure to use 2 specific examples from your childhood to support your point. In your third body paragraph, explain how the story has shaped the person that you are today, and how you see the world. Make sure to use 2 specific examples from your adult life to support your point. Finally, you're going to end with a conclusion. This is where you're going to sum up your main idea and end your essay. Next, we're going to go over the general requirements for this essay. Your essay should be at least 3 full pages. As we go throughout the semester, the essays will get longer, but for this essay, as long as it's 3 full pages, you can get full credit. Your essay must include at least 1 quote and provide any citations for any sources used. This is going to be in your introduction, as I stated before, and I'll show you how to cite your sources later on. Your essay will also have a thesis and topic sentences for all the body paragraphs. I will show you how to write your thesis as well as your topic sentences later on. Before you turn in your final draft, you want to make sure to proofread for grammatical errors, punctuation, syntax, and style. If you want more information about how to do that, you can go to the Important Semester Information module, and there is a page on how to proofread and check for grammar. Because we will be citing a quote in your introduction, you are going to have a works cited page with 1 entry in it. I will go over how to do that, but just keep that in mind and make sure that when you do submit your final paper, you do have that works cited page attached. Before you start writing, you will be completing a brainstorming, planning, and outlining assignment. Don't work ahead, especially for this first essay. I will make sure to walk you through the different parts of the writing process, and I will let you know when you can start writing your final draft.